Well, if you're seeing this, I must have decided to do a YouTube channel. I'm on my way over to an RV I just bought. It's a 1999 Newmar Dutch Star. I got it at Palm Beach RV because I'm in Palm Beach County, and didn't really want to go around the state looking at them and trying to figure out how to get my car home if I bought it. It was easier to go a couple miles down the road, and actually they treated me really good so far. Let me see if I make it to Indiana. So basically I started watching YouTube channels. I think it's been a couple years ago. I had a spot of skin cancer on my cheek, and I looked on YouTube to see what it was all about, and Caravan Caroline showed a great demonstration from start to beginning what you were going to experience with skin cancer cream. And I thought she was fascinating, so I started watching her channel from the very first episode, which I would recommend everybody would do. If you see someone you like, then go back and start watching them all. And she started out in a van, a stock van, unremodeled, in a Walmart parking lot in the cold around Thanksgiving time in Washington State. And I was like hooked. And so I've watched all of her videos. She seems to be slacking off now, but I think that's kind of the way of all RVers. So I've been watching RV channels for the last couple of years and had the dream of getting one, and I just bought one. I had to pay cash. It's a long story. I can't have anything on my credit. I'm trying to buy a house in Indiana also. But I'm excited. I know it's old, but it's well cared for. I only have 45,000 miles, has new tires, has cameras, you know. It's perfect setup for me, actually. So I'm going to take you over there, and we're going to drive over there, and I'm going to show you the RV from the outside. But I'm going to wait until I have it staged. Staged is a realtor term. Yes, I'm a realtor. That's how I got the money to buy the RV, because my Social Security doesn't pay a squat, to be honest, and I'm sure a lot of you will say amen. So I'm going to drive over there, and I'll show you on the outside. I have Pepper with me. Can you see Pepper? Pepper, say hi. Say hi. And I also have 3 cats that will be going with me all the way to Indiana. So I'm just setting it up, playing house right now. And pulling everything from my condo that's pending a sale. Got it all in the back. You can see all my junk. And I'm going over there every few days and stocking it up and having a good time, actually. It's so much fun. I'm really excited. So I guess this is my first video, and I hope you enjoy watching me. I'm not going to get creative. I'm going to get a GoPro. This is my iPhone. I'm not going to get real creative with all the fancy editing that I see that most of them graduate into. It's just going to be me showing you what it's like for a 70-year-old lady to take off in an RV by herself 1,300 miles with a dog and 3 cats in an old RV. So hopefully I make it and you can follow along. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'm just a couple miles down the road from my RV. I was lucky enough to find a place to store it for the 2 months I need until I take off for Indiana. For one of the cheapest prices, $180 a month for 2 months. I have to pay $360. So that was the best deal I could find, and it's so close with gas so high. It is really helping me out. So, at any rate, we're almost there. Didn't even know this road was here. I've been a realtor off and on since 1994 and didn't even realize this little neighborhood existed. It's right behind an extremely upscale neighborhood called Breakers West. And it's secure in the fact that the guy's always around and he's got tons of stuff out here and people, and I'm not really concerned. There, do you see my baby? You see it with the slide out straight ahead? I got a good parking spot that's shaded, which will help because I get dehydrated really easily. I guess snow in Indiana is going to cure that, right? But I intend to head west during the winter. So there she is. I will stop for now, and if I get it set up good enough, I will take pictures today so you can see the inside. But I want the bedspread on and all sorts of cute things. So I'll talk to you later. Today's the day I'm going to show you my RV on the inside. I've been busy bringing things over and staging it, getting it ready. I've got lots more to pack, but it's at a point where I'd like to show it to you. As you know, on the outside, you have all the storage you need. There's like 3 of these, or 4, and then one has the generator and the battery. So that's all you need to see out here, I guess. They put a brand new awning on for me. And I'm going to have to figure out a way to haul my electric bike. I don't want it inside while I'm driving. This takes up too much space, and here's the trailer hitch for it. Can you see it? I'm gonna have to get something that fits in there where I can lock it up good. If anyone has any suggestions, please let me know. I was curious as to whether my slide outs on this old model lets the rain run off properly. I have brand new tires, 2 slide outs. It's a Ford V10, takes regular gas, and they didn't detail it like they told me they would. I would love to have it shined up. I noticed on Nomadic Fanatic, who's one of my favorite RV channels, that he bought an older one and just, man, it looks nice. I don't know how he did it, but somehow he detailed it, and you can tell the difference between when he bought it and now. I would love to shine this up. So I'm going to check around. So let's go inside. I've left my batteries off because after a week, the motor battery was dead and the interior battery wasn't showing much life either, so they brought me 2 new batteries out. Lest you think they were kind-hearted, I had to threaten them. So anyway, I got my new batteries, so I've left everything off. I don't want to have to deal with that again. So it's getting hot in South Florida, so I've been trying really hard to get things packed before the heat sets in. So I brought over my red Curio. I'm going to keep dishes in that. And I have a microwave, an oven, and a stove. As you can see, my Valances, I guess they call them, were this color right here. And that was a couch color also. I like Southwest. I lived in California for 4 or 5 years. So I took a shawl I had and cut it up. I made my own. I stapled and glued, and you know, I haven't done the end caps. I don't know what I'll do about those. But I got one over the kitchen, and I covered my bar stool. And I have my electric fireplace. And I have a little space heater for the bedroom area if I want. I mean, I'm on propane gas, you know, for heat. So I don't know what I'll do. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to post this early because I want people to give me advice. I have no clue what I'm doing. I couldn't even get the emergency brake off. I had to get a guy hanging around here to come and show me how to get and he had trouble finding it. So I hope these captain's chairs turn around in case I have people stop in and visit. I am going to put a stool on wheels in here so they can sit there in case I'm traveling with more than one person. I just got this little trunk for 50 bucks because I thought it went well. I wish it was a little bigger, but at least I can put my coffee cup on there. Oh, and I was going to hook up a mount on this to put my TV, 30-inch TV. It has like swivel and extended arm and all that, but you know what? At home, when the fireplace was in the corner of my living room, I put the TV on top of the fireplace. And when I'm traveling, in case it doesn't fall off, I'll show you where I'm going to put it in the bedroom while I'm traveling. So here's one of my fuzzies from my kitties. I have 2 of them, but really only one of the cats use it, but I'll bring them both. Because they're going to look for places to hide. I have to find places for them to hide. Alright, so let me bring my electric bike out of the back so I can free it up to show you. There's my electric bike. I love it. It's a Yovital. I think it was only like $6.75. Has a nice battery that you can take out, which it's out right now. Keeps its charge. It's a lithium battery. It had everything I wanted on it. It had a horn. It had lights. It has 7 speeds if you're only biking. It has 3 speeds for the motor, and you can just use the handlebar. You know, if you put it on level 1, 2, or 3, it goes way too fast for me, and I've heard that before from electric bike users, especially women. So I can just use the throttle and use the speed when I'm tired. So I love my bike. It folds up also, but unfortunately it won't fit in my undercarriage storage. It has a normal refrigerator for a camper, enough room for me. So it was clean. I assume it works, hopefully. And here's the back of the house. I love it. One of the reasons I fell in love with this model, the bed's big enough. I'm gonna put a foam mattress and a pillow topper so it'll look nice and fluffy. Right now it's just kind of half made up for viewing purposes. And that I'll lay across the bed when I'm traveling so it doesn't fall. But my 30-inch TV fits right in there, and so I figured I could put both of them in while I'm traveling and just put a nice piece of gray tape across there, or hook up a rope. But look at all the storage. I'm gonna put my dresses and shirts in there. The other one will have coats that I don't use very often. All these drawers, this closet. I have a apartment size dryer I'm gonna put in there. I don't have a vent. I just use a piece of pantyhose on the back that collects the lint. And I think I'm gonna put the litter box in my shower along with the vacuum cleaner while I'm traveling. And I like my toilet, and there's just so much storage. There really is. He's got something covering that so it doesn't get hot in here, but that's a skylight. And look at all this storage for the bathroom, plus the full medicine cabinet. Already hung my pictures. So the back of the house I've decorated in teal and orange for Floridian colors. Go Dolphins. And the front of the house is my love of California, the desert. So that's what I'm doing in the front. It has a double sink. Oh, I like to paint. I don't need it at a kitchen table, so I'm glad I didn't get the 40-foot model that has a table and chairs, because I wouldn't have used it. But I do oil paint. I've learned to oil paint. I'd like to take that up again. So this comes up, and my washer will fit right under there. Now, you ask me, what am I going to do when I'm driving about getting these things out of the way? Because this is a full length, this covers full length on both top and bottom to store canned goods and stuff. It has a rack, and then this one's just hollow. So what is my solution for when the slides come in to get these things out of the way? I am going to order wheels, and I'm going to be able to roll them out of the way really easily. So I have a drill. I'm not totally helpless. So what do you think? Do you like it? Did I do good? Do you want to know how much I paid for it? Does it matter? I own it. It's cash. Oh, there was a blind on the kitchen window. It was heavy, one of those old metal ones, and it fell the first time I tried to let it down. So I'll improvise, use Velcro and some fabric and make a little curtain. I don't have a front window curtain that I know of. So anyone have any suggestions? I saw a Nomadic Fanatic put some sort of cover on his windshield that was made for his windshield. I could see doing that at night. I was thinking of like a big sheet with Velcro, which would look really tacky, but at night when you're sleeping, you just kind of want privacy. So, at any rate, all right, I'm going to turn this off and have a little chat. Oh, one last thing I wanted to show you is that I'm equipped with cameras, and I love that. That way, if I'm alone and I'm boondocking, all I have to do is flip a switch and see who's walking around my RV. I know it's for driving, but to be honest with you, my eyes aren't the greatest, and my side mirrors and backing up, which I'll use. But as far as seeing the cars swerving around me, I like the side mirrors the best. But I will try to adapt to use this, maybe get better sunglasses or something. But I sure like it for security. It's great. Okay, basically I'm going to post this fairly soon, even though it's 3 weeks before I leave. Don't you love this little remote? I got this selfie stick with a tripod. I think it's only 10 bucks and it has a little remote on it. I love it. I love little things like that that don't cost much. I also got a dash mount, so I can put my iPhone, you know, and I can use it either for map, GPS, or I can be shooting videos. And I said I was going to get a GoPro. I don't think I am. I was doing research online, and when they compare the two, there's not much difference. And I always have my iPhone with me. It'll be easy. So I think at this point I'm not going to go with the GoPro. I am on a budget. I do have to figure out ways to save. Like right now I really need a tire pressure monitoring system. But since I'm going to be parked for a couple months when I get to Indiana, I think maybe I might wait till my first big road trip, because they're brand new tires. I do have a spare. I'm not going to go over 60, 65. I'll be careful, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that before I leave. And anyway, if you have any suggestions on things I should do before I leave, I know how to check oil and things like that. I was watching RV Dave last night, and he got a second battery, so I learned how to hook two batteries together, because I think I only have one in here. And don't you think two would give me more juice for a night or two of boondocking? Because I'm really paranoid about running my batteries dry and ruining them. And I think two would be better. Eventually I want to do solar. I was looking on a boondocking Bible site, I think it said, and they said to get two Tesla S model, I believe it was, lithium batteries. They're 400 and some apiece, and then about 1,400 watts of residential solar panels, because you get more bang for your buck. So I can do that. I know how to order on Amazon. However, I wouldn't know how to hook it up or what other little parts you would need. So if anyone has any advice about that, anyway, I'm just going to tell you a couple more of the channels I watch. I told you about Caravan Carolyn and Nomadic Fanatics, one of my favorite, but my all-time favorite is the RV Odd Couple, and I'm an RV Odd Squad member. So I got a special trip planned on my way to Indiana, so I'll talk about that on the day I leave. But between now and then, I'm going to introduce you to my cats, and I'm going to bring Pepper back over here. He was here once, wasn't grooving on it. The cats obviously will freak out, but Nomadic Fanatic had a cute video yesterday where he's been busy in his shop while one RV's getting fixed, and he's fixing up the older one he just bought. So I think, the cats are like, he's losing a bonding because he's spending so much time away, which if you've watched his videos, he's always with his cats. So he had decided he was going to get rid of this booth in the new old RV, and his one cat, Tara, just loves it so much that she likes to hang out next to him while he does his video editing. So he's decided not to get rid of it for her, and I think I love that. I love cat people or animal people. Another one who's a good animal people is the Campulance man. He bought a ambulance and converted it, and he's with his dog Lefty, who looks to be pit bull or part pit bull, and they travel around, and he's such a good daddy to that dog, I'm telling you. I mean, he treats it better than most people treat their kids, so I like that. I like to follow people who love animals. So at any rate, I'm gonna look in all these little cupboards to see if there's a place I can put these fuzzy beds where they can sneak off and hide, because there's really, they can't go under the bed. Maybe leave one closet door open, hope that they'll figure out how to go there, because I'm not sure where else my cats can. Maybe under the captain's chair. Look like they could go under there. So anyway, that's all for today. I'm going to try to post this. In the next video, I'll be showing you my cats at the condo, and then the video after that, I'll be taking off. And I think I'm going to be stopping in St. Cloud, Florida to pick up my daughter, maybe my son also. And I'll have the animals in here, and you can give me some advice between now and then. It's going to be almost 3 weeks before I take off. So I can do, the reason I'm posting early is to get all the advice I can get. So thanks for watching. Bye.